Hello everyone, as promised, the second way to get a nicely looking 3D thingy on your house thingy. This one is, well, I don't want to say simpler, but it is. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to drag out this one, because that's our first one, our normal one, and I'm going to press H to hide it. On this one, I'm going to delete all the faces I'm not going to use. So I'm not going to do the roof, I'm not going to do the windows, and I'm not going to do the door. These ones need to be deleted as well. Not this one. Like so. Okay, so we're going to work with these. And this is where I kind of screwed up, and I will need to redo a couple of these faces. For example, these ones. I'm going to make this into one square. And I should actually be dragging this out all the way around, which I will be doing right now. As you can see, this one isn't as straight as it's supposed to be, and I should be dragging it out over here as well. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do in a time lapse. If you follow the time lapse, you'll see what I mean by dragging it out and changing a lot of things. I just want to keep the basic form, but I want to redo the faces. It doesn't matter if you have too many faces on this one, but I will need to do that. So yeah, get ready for another time lapse. Okay, so we got this far. Let's see how long that took. That took about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do this. But yeah, this is, oops, Alt-H. This is kind of the basic shape of what we need. Now, why did I do it like this? Because the way that I'm going to show you guys, and let's hide this again, the way I'm going to show you guys is basically going like this. And I think yeah. Okay. So basically what I want to do is I want to have big stones for the bottom side and small ones for the top side. So these are going to be 3 lanes of big stones, and this one is going to be 5. No. 4. You can just do Control R, tap in 4, and the lines will pop up. 4, there we go. Now, as you see, there's this big line up here, which I didn't really pay attention to, so that means I will have to do this in, let's say, 3. No, not 4, 3. 3. And 3. Okay, so up until here, this looks kind of the same. This one is just going to be 1, and for the other ones, I want to get 2 in here 2 in here, 2 in here, in here, in here, and this one is going to be a little bit annoying because that's going to have really strange bricks. So I'm just going to leave that as 1. And in here I want to have 3 lines. Just make sure that they kind of look the same. Over here as well, let's go to side view. I think something like this was right. This. The same here, this had 3 and something like this. Oh, right, another side. So like this, and no, that's too much. Actually, okay. So we did that step. We of course need to do the top side as well. Now the top side you can again choose what size you want. I'm going to go for kinda big bricks, and over here as well, kinda big bricks. Okay, also the top side will have to adjust a little bit. So Alt H, whoops, Alt H, I'm going to drag this on top of the other model. And everything that you see sticking out of the roof, I am going to delete. So basically this one, this one, this one, this one. And we can do that using the C button. So everything that sticks out, just delete it. Over here as well. There we go. Is that one sticking out? No, it is not. So delete the vertices, and as you can see, this starts to look like this. That's actually a good thing. So the same on the other side. All the vertices, that's all the little dots that stick out, just delete them. This one as well. I'm not sure. No, I didn't do that. So delete these. And now we can hide this one again. So as you can see, it's starting to look more like a roof. I am going to connect up these. F. Same over here. F. This one as well. I could do it like that, which would actually be better to do. F. 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 Face. Face. Face and face. Face. On this side it's a little bit different, but that's not a big problem. Okay, so it starts to look like the outlines for the roof again. Okay, and now I'm going to show you guys the basics of what I'm going to do. I forgot to do these two. There. Did I? Yeah, I forgot them here as well. So the basic principle is you go to front view, you go to this mode, you select 2 bricks, or in this case I'm going to do 3, I think. Yes, 3. So 3 bricks, and I'm going to put them in this kind of order. Just make sure that the bricks are not touching each other, because that would be a problem. Then you go to the side view, you zoom in, and you drag them out like two, like so. And you have to do that to the entire building, to the entire object, and then you'll see what it's going to be like. For this one, it's actually the same thing. It's just drag them out. There we go. And we've got our little bricks. In this case, the difference won't really be that noticeable. But yeah, so I'm going to do another time lapse. This time it's going to be on how to do, well, I'm going to do the entire house like this. So I'll see you guys after that time. Okay, so the bottom bar is done. And yeah, I restarted it. I stopped for a second to do other things, which is normal to do sometimes. What I see is that I forgot to do these, which I will need to do as well. So I'm going to go to my subdivision surface so I can see which ones are where. And it's this, no, this one, and the same over here. Now let's see on the other side, it's the complete one. So like this. I'm gonna go to front view, drag it out for, I think in this case, one should be enough, because we'll have these sides being done as well. Okay, so one is enough, and as you can see, it starts to look like these are big stones. Now again, in the next time, I'm going to go ahead and time lapse some more, and in this one I'm going to do these sides. Yes, might as well just keep it even. I guess that looks kind of better. And for these ones as well, I'm just going to extrude them by one, so it looks like these are really big stones and these are small stones. That's done. As you can see, we filled in the entire house. Of course, the bricks are kind of big, but you can make them smaller yourself. I, again, forgot one little part, I guess. Did I? I'm not sure. Did I? Okay, I didn't. On this side, at least. Did I forget it here? Yeah. I forget it on this side, so let me do that really, really fast. I'm gonna do a time lapse. Down, and on these sides, I'll need to do the same thing. Okay. Wrap. Thank you. Now these. Nope. other side. And almost through. Just one little tiny guy. There. Okay, so now we did our entire house. The next step is going to be the most annoying one. Yeah, let me show you. It's doing Ctrl R, getting a line right at the edge. Ctrl R, line right. Well, not completely at the edge. As you can see, I'm staying away a little bit so we can get the details in. What I am going to do is I'm going to up my view. And as you can see, this is starting to look like big stones. So the next line, come on. Yeah, not what I wanted. You can do this Ctrl R. You can do this just manually. You don't have to get in any specific sizes because this will give it a difference in what you're doing. It will give you variety in your model. So yeah, that's basically the next step. Putting lines like that, vertically and horizontally and vertically. And I'm going to do that in yet another time lapse. And my computer is starting to lag. That's not a good thing. Okay, so we did that. That's basically being finished with what we wanted to do. Now there's one more thing. Alt H. I'm going to do some re-UV mapping. Whoops. There. Like these sides, I want to get them the way you see them. So I'm going to take this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I'm not going to bother too much. You project from view. There. I'm going to drag it down here. I'm going to do the same on the back side. You project from view. I'm going to drag it somewhere over here. You project from view and you project from view. Okay, so these are the ones we're going to use. I'm going to scale them down so we can put them nicely next to each other. This one can shrink a lot. L1, oops, L2, L3, and L4. Okay, so that's our redone UV map. I'm going to export. I'm first going to go back to this view. I'm going to export this one on the name we already had. I'm not going to do the materials. It's not here. House LP, export. I'm going to select the other one. I'm going to export this as house HP. Okay. So as you can see, this is going to take a little while to be done. And Blender doesn't work. It will in a second. It's just trying to get the house to be done. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just remembered you guys didn't see what I just did. Oh, I did it on woodfence.hp. That's stupid. Well, you guys can see it now. Let's do screen sharing, open Xnormals again, and I placed it on wooden fence. I was an idiot and I placed it on wooden fence. That's what you get if you don't organize. Okay guys, let's export this. I kinda did something wrong when I went painting over stuff already. But yeah, these are the old textures, the same ones you see here, but then better looking. That's not the ones that we wanted. We want to have not him. Remove mesh. I'm going to use the right one this time. Which one was it? Wooden fence. There. Generate maps. This is the one that I needed. Oh, right. I renamed it. That's why he won't find it. House LP2. There. Yes, I want to overwrite them. And I think I'm in luck. Because what I just did, I think I can reuse that. This is going to turn out see-through for some stupid reason. Okay. Next one. Let's give it a second. Yes, I want to overwrite it. While he's doing that, I'm going to delete these 3 textures because it's the wrong ones. And yeah, this is actually going pretty fast compared to my previous laptop. It took like 5, 7, 8 minutes to do this. With this one, it takes me maybe a minute. And this is a fairly big image. I think it's an 8 megabyte image or something. So really big. Okay, so that's done. Come on. Yep, that's done. Close. So close that. Select these 3 and try not to be as hasty as I was. Drag them in. Select the texture and let's start. So the normal texture fix. And as you can see, here it is. We got a little problem with the roof, but that's because I didn't put a floor panel on the object. A height map doesn't do anything. And the occlusion map. Okay, I'm going to turn down the occlusion just a little bit, like so. I'm going to make this one the specular standard specular setup, and let's see if I do this and then I do, where is it? this, will it all be fine? So multiply. Really? Really? Well, this is definitely not going to work, so I'll have to redo the colors. Don't need you to be at multiply yet. So colors, and now we get a decent difference between the two textures, well, colors. I want you to paint like so, and maybe I should put you on top so I can at least see where I'm painting. There. I'm just going to put these two lines in. I mean, two colors, white like bottom color, base color. Whoops. Nah, you know what? I'm going to make it gray anyway. Okay. Fast fill in. And I don't feel like doing those, so I'm not gonna. Grayish, light grayish. There. Just fast coloring. Not going to do anything fancy with this. There. This is just so you guys see what's going on. I'm going to put this one back on top. No, not this one. I want to put this one back on top and make it multiply. There. It's not perfect, but it will do. File, export as, texture, PNG. Because Unity doesn't take BMP maps. Come on, export. I don't know why, but everything is deciding to crash on me. At least works slower, and I'm not used to this. Okay, so we can close this now. If you're working on a project, it's best that you do save that. Here, okay. Drag it in and put it on the albedo. So yeah, as you can see, this looks kind of nice. Okay, it looks cartoonish, but if you use real textures, this is going to look very, very nice. Now it's up to you guys to decide which one of both methods you like more. For me, for beginners, and you want to have a clean house, I would suggest you take this one. Use this texture, because it's fairly easy to make. As you can see, it's really easy to make, and well, basically you can do it in 15 minutes if you're fast. This one, it takes a little bit longer and more planning, because as you saw in the first tutorial, I did change a couple things in here which I didn't do in this one. I just pulled lines and it auto-corrected it itself. With this one, I had to change the location of the windows and stuff like that. So yeah, this one is better for beginners. But to get more detail in, it's best that you use this one. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll